Hello, I'm Mick Morrissey, Managing Principal of MorrisseyGoodale with the M&A Takeaway. Today I want to talk about the importance of champions. Before you make an acquisition, there's one big decision you need to be really clear about. It's not how big the deal should be or how you're going to finance it. It's not what your expected ROI on the deal should be. No, the decision you need to make is who will be your champions to make the acquisition a success. Yes, I said champions, plural. You will need two of them. The first champion I like to call the initiator. This is your manager who will lead the charge to find the ideal M&A candidate, negotiate with the target firm's management, and ultimately get the deal across the finish line. Your initiator will either be the head of the business unit that will most benefit from the acquisition, or he could be a corporate leader on your team. Each initiator has a unique set of pros and cons that you should be aware of. Business unit initiators tend to lack deal-making acumen. Very often, they don't even understand what your firm is able or willing to invest in an acquisition. So they tend to need a lot of support from corporate to get a deal over the finish line. Also, business unit initiators often get bogged down in running their divisions. That's their primary job. So they let the M&A initiative flounder. Stay on them to make sure your deal gets done. Corporate initiators, on the other hand, generally have a better understanding of how to get a deal done. However, their deals often face resistance from operations and technical managers who may feel that they have not been included in the decision-making process for the acquisition. Make sure your corporate initiators understand the need to be inclusive of technical and operations managers if you want to integrate successfully. Which brings me to the third champion, the integrator. You will need someone who's responsible for integrating the acquisition. This champion may or may not be the deal initiator. This champion needs to be prepared to dedicate themselves for at least a year to bring the two firms together. This means overseeing the financial, operational, marketing, and talent aspects of the integration. It's a full-time job. Don't underestimate it. So for your deal to be successful, you'll need to identify your champion for initiating and closing the deal and your champion for integrating the deal. Make sure you have line of sight on both of these champions. If you can't see them on your team right now, think twice before moving ahead with an acquisition. From Boston, I'm Mick Morrissey for the M&A Takeaway.